The Flamingo balance test measures the ability to balance successfully on a single leg. Test assesses the strength of the leg, pelvic and trunk muscle as well as static balance. While balancing on the preferred leg, the free leg is flexed at the knee and the foot of this leg held close to the buttocks, standing just like a flamingo. The test should be done on a non-slippery even surface by standing on a beam or a brick. The athlete keeps balance by holding the instructor's hand if required. The timer is started as the instructor lets go. The timer is stopped each time the athlete loses balance, either by falling off the beam or letting go the foot behind being held. If there are more than 15 falls in the first 30 seconds, the test is terminated. The number of falls or loss of balance in 60 seconds of balancing is counted and recorded. The plate tapping test measures upper body reaction time and hand-eye quickness and coordination. It also assesses the speed and the coordination of limb movement. One table, 2 yellow discs of 20 cm diameter and one rectangular sheet of 30 by 20 cm size are needed to perform this test. The table height should be adjusted so that the subject is standing comfortably in front of the discs. The 2 yellow discs are placed with their centers 60 cm apart on the table. The rectangle is placed equidistant from both the discs. The participant is encouraged to stand in a balanced posture. The non-preferred hand is placed on the rectangle. The subject moves the preferred hand back and forth between the discs over the hand in the middle as quickly as possible. This action is repeated for 25 full cycles. The total time taken to complete 25 full cycles is recorded. The curl-up test measures abdominal muscular strength and endurance of the abdominal and hip flexors. Arrange a flat, clean, cushioned surface with 2 parallel strips that are 6 inches apart and a stopwatch to record the timings. Lie down on a flat, cushioned, clean surface with knees flexed at 90 degrees and hands straight on the sides. Palms should be facing downwards, closer to the ground and parallel to the body. Raise the trunk in a smooth motion, keeping the arms in position. After curling up to the desired degree, the trunk should be lowered back to the floor so that the shoulder blades or upper back visibly touches the floor. Use the stopwatch to record the maximum number of curl-ups in the time period of 30 seconds. The aim of 600-meter run is to measure the cardiovascular fitness and endurance. The test involves running a single sprint over 600 meters. Participants should start from a stationary standing position with one foot in front of the other. The front foot must be behind the starting line. Participants are instructed to run 600 meters in the fastest possible pace. Once the participants are ready and motionless, the instructor gives the cue to start. Participants should be encouraged to practice running with emphasis placed on the concept of pace. Results are usually better if the participant can maintain constant pace during most of the run and use a strong closing effort. Time taken to complete the 600-meter run is recorded. The aim of 50-meter dash is to determine the acceleration and the speed of the participant. The test involves running a single sprint over 50 meters. Start from a stationary standing position with one foot in front of the other. The front foot must be behind the starting line. Participants are encouraged to not slow down before crossing the finish line. Once the participants are ready and motionless, the instructor gives the cue to start. Participants should be encouraged to practice running with the emphasis placed on the concept of pace. Time taken to complete the 50-meter dash for each of the participants is recorded. The sit and reach test is a common measure of flexibility. It specifically measures the flexibility of the lower back and hamstring muscles. A sit and reach box is required to perform this test. The sit and reach box should be 12 by 12 inches on sides, 12 by 10 inches on front and back, and 12 by 21 inches on top. The top panel should be inscribed with centimeter and millimeter gradations. The test should be performed on clean cushioned surface or gym mat. Shoes should be removed before performing this test. This test involves sitting on the floor with legs stretched out straight ahead. The soles of the feet are placed flat against the sit and reach box. Both knees should be locked and pressed flat to the floor. With the palm facing downwards and the hands on top of each other, the subject reaches forward along the measuring line as far as possible. Firstly, the initial reach in the normal position is recorded. After some practice reaches, the subject reaches forward as far as possible and holds that position for at least 2 seconds while the distance is recorded. Push-up test measures the upper body strength, endurance, and trunk stability of the participant. Push-up begins with the hands and toes touching the floor. The body and legs should be in a straight line. The feet should be slightly apart. The arms at shoulder width apart, extended and at a right angle to the body. Keeping the back and knees straight, the participant should lower the body until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbows. The participant must return back to the starting position with the arms extended. This action should be repeated until exhaustion. For girls, the entire action is the same except the push-up technique, which is with the knees resting on the ground during the movement.